welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a 2022 horoscope or forecast. I'm super excited. I wanted to get these readings out at the end of the month because I wanted to get fresh energy. You guys know tarot works based off of the actions and decisions that you're making at the moment, and it's like a screenshot or like a a freeze frame of what energy you're in right now. So I wanted to get as much fresh energy as possible so we can get the most accurate reading for 2022. Also, if you want to get your own forecast where we kind of go into the year ahead, I do like I think it's a 12 card spread. Well, it may be 14 because I think I pulled 2 extra ones to kind of get an overview. Definitely check out the information below. It's really affordable right now. Usually it's $140 throughout the whole entire year, but it's like $40 now. So if you want to know how to tackle 2022, what energies you can avoid altogether based off of what comes up, check that out. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what I feel for you Geminis, this feels like a really awesome time for my Geminis who are already in a relationship. 2022, like of course after Venus retrograde wraps up and you guys have gone through enough tests and trials and tribulations that Venus retrograde may be coming through to, you know, deliver. There may be like this energy of like a lot of my Geminis getting married, like stepping into a higher level of commitment within your relationship. This could be you guys like moving in together. You guys, like I said, marriage, having children. It just seems like the relationship starts to elevate even more than where it's at the moment. So that feels really, really good. I hear wedding bells, so a lot of you will be getting proposed to. If you've already been proposed to, then you already know that you may be getting married this year, okay? But very favorable energy when it comes to my Geminis who are in a long-term relationship here. Okay, this also feels like for my singles, you guys may meet somebody who really they're really sweet, they're really stable, and this person has a plan. And I think that this person and you may really start to hit it off to where this becomes really, really serious. Okay, I just see love looks like something, it looks more favorable this year. Okay, you may meet somebody who you have a very stable relationship with, and they're a lot different than what you're used to. All right, I like that. All right, and then another thing I'm kind of getting, there may be this energy of you guys beyond just love when it comes to spirituality and when it comes to your religion. A lot of you may be getting closer to God, getting closer to your spirit guides, getting a deeper understanding of what your personal beliefs are. I think that this year is going to really put things in context for you in regards to what do you believe in? What does happen when we die? Like you guys may start getting into this like super spiritual, like just looking for deeper meaning to things and trying to understand things from a higher perspective way of thinking. And this may be helping you reshape your life as a whole in a more positive sense, especially if you were going through things that you couldn't necessarily put I guess words to or get understanding for. It's like your spiritual growth or like your deeper or your search for a deeper understanding of God is like helping you essentially. It's helping you through like real life situations that may come up. Okay, I like that. Now, another thing that I'm kind of intuitively getting, this feels like a year of you guys wanting to do this and do that, and you may be kind of coming into this year a little bit scatterbrained. That's the first thing that I'm seeing, and I think that may have a lot to do with Mercury retrograde that's going to be happening in Aquarius, like literally coming into the year. I think the 14th of January. But coming into the year, it may be a little bit of scatterbrain energy. You have so many different ideas that you want to make sure that you don't do this thing where you feel like you have to have all those ideas like come out at the same time. you know. The worst thing you can do is try to like dump a whole bunch of new projects on yourself in one sitting and then think that all of them are going to be successful. So definitely pace yourself. Spirit is saying pace yourself. Also, planning is key this year. Okay, Spirit is saying make sure you're not making impulsive decisions. Make sure you're really thinking things through, looking at all the details, especially on a business level, okay? This feels like a very Saturn-esque type of year for you guys as well. When it comes to any like businesses or any growth that you're trying to have within your career, it's gonna require you guys to work. This is proving yourself to the universe that you deserve, or not deserve, I don't want to say that because we all are deserving, but proving yourself to the universe in regards to you being willing to take on the responsibility of, you know, somebody who has a successful business. Because it's one thing to have a successful business, right? But then it's like the other aspects that kind of go into it. And Spirit is like really trying to see like, okay, if you say you want these things, show me how bad. And that's what you guys are going to have to do. One thing I will say is this year may be one of those years where you guys really need to make sure you're bypassing the anxiety that may try to come up, because there may be so many big things that you're trying to do, or even big changes, happy changes, that it could cause you to do things out of like fear or anxiousness, like procrastinate, turn down opportunities, not take opportunities serious enough. So you want to be careful of letting anxiety control you in that way, where you push off really great opportunities that are trying to come your way. Yeah, this year also feels very much like routine-esque. It feels like this is either a year where you guys are going to have to build a more structured routine around like your life, you know, fitting in your personal life and then having a successful business, or trying to focus on getting somewhere in terms of your career. You're going to have to find a good balance that works for you. And I think that this may be a all year long type of thing. Okay, some of you, it's more so like the robotic nature of life as a whole, or like the, you know, being a part of the matrix, it's a situation where life, it just kind of, every day feels repetitive if you live a life that's very repetitive. So this is like finding ways to kind of spruce up a repetitive life, where like you may work in an office and then you come straight home, spend time with your spouse, then go to bed, or like whatever your routine is. It's like having to find a way to break that mold so you guys don't get bored, essentially. But I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera and get more in depth. Let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what comes up. Any information you need, like I said, to book a reading with me will be listed in the description. Take advantage. Also, I have the January 2022 forecast up there as well. And it's $25 instead of like, I think usually it's $50. Geminis, let's go ahead and look at 2022. What's surrounding my Geminis for the year 2022? Geminis, let's see. What does 2022 have in store for you? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first card is going to represent the overall theme. And for the year as a whole, we have the Page of Wands. So this is the development of news and enthusiasm. Okay. So this year, the overall theme is all about getting something out of the infant stages. You may have like a creative endeavor or a creative idea that you really want to tap into this year that you're really going to have to build from ground zero. All right, Page of Wands, this feels like an idea more than something that's like already tangible. So you may be, you know, deciding, okay, this year I'm going to get on YouTube. This year I'm going to go ahead and start making paintings or selling crystals, whatever this may be. It's like trying to build something from just an idea, something that's a passion of yours, something that you're interested in and that you love, and turn it into something that may be lucrative. Another thing with this Page of Wands, another theme that may come up, this is controlling anger. Not saying that you're going to have things that are going to make you angry this year, but it's like some of you, let's just be honest, whenever you get angry, you can be taken there. And the response, the energy that you may choose to respond in when being angry may not be the best way to respond. So for a lot of you, it's like trying to redirect your energy and maybe handle things a lot better than the way you may have been handling things. All right. For a lot of you also, this is about you guys just having more fun, enjoying life more, where things may have been more so serious and boring. Let's just be honest. Now, when it comes to your career, work, and finances, I do have the Damn That Sucks place, which is the 5 of Cups in reverse here. And yeah, this year is going to be all about you needing to release the need to focus on what didn't go right in 2021. This could have been like you feeling like, okay, yeah, I did good for 2021, but I could have showed up more, or this could have happened, or I wanted this outcome to happen. And moving into 2022, I don't even think you guys are going to be thinking about what you missed out on 2021, because in 2022 you're making some impacts, you're achieving things, you're experiencing growth. So career wise, a lot of you who feel like you are like underappreciated in 2021 at your job or within your business, or if you work on social media, that too. 2022 looks more so like your year for you to come through and trailblaze and kind of like reshape that narrative of feeling like you're the underdog, or as if you haven't reached your peak yet. And it's all based off of you showing up more. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to your love life for the year 2022, I do have the Emperor. So there may be this energy of a lot of you trying to focus on strengthening your relationship with the person you have children with. If you don't have children, some of you could be dating somebody who has children, and that's a little bit questionable for you, especially if this is like a mixy situation that they're attached to. Other than that, I just get the energy of like love. You guys pretty much having it under control. I mean, there may be little things that try to come up against you in your current relationship or your love life as a whole, but for the most part, you guys may have it under control. Only thing I see is stubbornness is not going to get you anywhere in the way you handle things, or dating somebody who's stubborn. It may be the problem, if anything. Also making sure that you're not overthinking things when it comes to love. If you're like single and then you're going to be dating like new people in 2022, some of you may be like really defensive and like anxious and overthinking things. So make sure you're not trying to think about what's going to happen 5 years down the line with this connection, almost to a point to where you cause it to not manifest into anything because you're so concerned about the future and what holds for the connection instead of being in the now. Now, when it comes to your spiritual growth, okay, we have the Chariot, which is really positive. Like I said, this is forward movement where you may have been caught up in all the traumas that you've experienced from your childhood and your love life and how this wasn't going right and that wasn't going right. This year does not feel like that at all. This year feels like, you know what? Yeah, I went through some stuff, but who gives a fuck anymore? Like, excuse my language, who cares anymore? Because you guys are moving forward. A lot of you are starting to realize that the things that you've gone through in 2021 was just preparation for you guys to shine in 2022. And when it comes to your spiritual growth, what's helping you grow is the fact that you're releasing the need to focus on things that don't matter in the now. Because that's what anxiety will do. It will start making you think about what happened 5 years ago when you got embarrassed that one time, when it doesn't have nothing to do with what you're doing right now. Now, when it comes to what I see for the advice for you, with the Page of Pentacles, which is the development of trust and manifestation, the advice for you when it comes to some sort of new stream of income that you're building and this new thing that you're trying to create a sense of stability from, really take your time. Make sure that with this idea that you're working diligently. Yes, it may be a fresh idea. Yes, it may take some time for you to kind of see the results you want to see, but you control how fast things manifest within that financial endeavor or creative endeavor based off of how much effort and energy you pour into it. Another piece of advice, be open to experience newness. All right, and only entertain people who have something to offer. If you're dealing with somebody where it's like, this person's questionable in this way and questionable in that way, and they're still tied to an ex and they don't know what they want, and this, and if it has no sense of stability around a connection that somebody's trying to offer you, or the person that you're interested in, they're just trying to suck you into some messiness, that's not for you. Because I do see some of y'all like more so being interested in somebody because of the potential, not because of who they are and where they're at the moment. And that could be the thing that kind of trips you up. And a lot of you need to recognize your personal potential, how far you guys can take things this year. Now, what will empower you? We do have the Page of Cups, which is the development of affection and creative energy. So what will empower you this year is getting in tune with your personal emotions. The more in tune you are, the more you acknowledge what's going on with you below the surface on an emotional level, the better. Because that will allow you to show up. Some of you kind of do this thing where, like, if there's stuff going on in your personal life, you just kind of push it to the back burner and then don't deal with it. That may be the very thing that causes you to have to, like, go on moments of taking a break and not really feeling up to it. So really take care of yourself on an emotional level. Also making sure that you don't get caught up in like the infatuation of, like I said, unstable individuals. Some of you guys kind of get like stigmatized a little bit in 2022. So this is being careful of that. Don't fall for anybody who has nothing to offer. I'm telling you, this is your warning now. Because this person could be the very thing that kind of throws you off. Or this is getting too caught up in the like idea of an opportunity instead of like being consistent in your efforts. So an example is like if you want to be on YouTube, you may be so enamored by the idea of YouTube, but then when it comes to consistency to get to the point to be a YouTuber, that may be the challenge. I'm just using that as an example. Now, what do you need to focus on with the Nine of Pentacles, which is the independence way? For my singles, this is the year for you to focus on self-care, focus on really strengthening a sense of self-love. This is pouring into yourself and really stacking up your money as well. This is an awesome year for you guys to stack up your money and come out of the year having a nice savings account, all right? For my people who are in a relationship, some of you, you need to focus on being yourself, like your own individual person. Some of you have been so caught up in your love life, your relationship, that you don't have a personal life outside of being married to somebody or living with them. It's like your life is just, I go to work, I come home, I'm in a relationship, so I spend time with the person I have a relationship with, and then, you know, take care of your kids, then go to bed. It's like you're not your own person anymore. And a lot of you need to get back to being your own person, or like understanding who you are now, ever since you've been in a relationship. All right, but what you guys need to focus on is having a sense of independence outside of a relationship. Not feeling like you need to stay in a relationship either because of financial means. Now, the most important lesson for this year with the Nine of Cups, the lesson that you guys are going to learn is around the things that you desire. So this could be all about you guys having to really work for the things that you desire. I'm not saying none of this stuff, that these blessings, I'm not saying that any of that stuff is just going to come to you and just land in your lap without any work being put in. That's definitely not the case. But the lesson here is definitely connected to your desires and how bad you want to manifest these desires and have your wishes essentially come true. How hard will you work for those things? So this is what I see. I do wish you the best of luck, and I will see you later.